Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Dwayne Kimball, United States Army veteran and retired VA rating specialist. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some information I came across in the VA's M21 manual reference. Now, I also talk about this in my book, but I just want to share with you and show you how powerful the M21 manual reference is as it pertains to you being educated on this process and what information that you can find. So make sure you stick around. Okay, so this is going to be a short video, but the reason why I'm showing it to you is because I want you to understand when you become educated and you get the right information as it pertains to the VA claims process, how successful you can be. Now, what I'm going to share with you is the rating code sheet. I talk about it in my book and I've done another video, but I never came across it in the M21 manual reference. I was doing research for another video and I was like, wait a minute. I scrolled down to the bottom and I was like, I can't believe the VA did this. This is some good information. And it's information that you need to know, but more so how powerful it is for you to understand the M21 manual reference and how to use it. I have a video on my channel that where I'm showing you how to use it in your favor to get to court cases in certain 38 CFRs to cut your research time down. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Slide number one. Here in slide number one, and I do apologize if it looks a little bit blurry, but this is the way it looks on the VA's website. So you can see the M21-1, the number, and what it says, sample draft code sheet for the amputation rule. Okay, so one thing that I want to point out, and again, it is blurry, and I apologize for it, but I still want to share it with you, but you have the name and number of it, okay? So you also have the 38 CFR that covers the amputation rule. See, so if you have an amputation, anointing one, and you want to know about that rule, which I'll cover a little bit later in another video, it took you right to the 38 CFR. You didn't have to go to the 38 CFR and look for the amputation. You could come here and just type in amputation, and it'll bring you here, all right? Now, if you see what I have circled in red, it states amputation rule applies for the following limitation of flexion due to right knee degenerative joint disease, instability due to the right knee degenerative joint disease, and right ankle degenerative joint disease with ankylose. These disabilities combine to 70%, okay? But you look at right above that, it says 60% combined, and it gives the amputation rule right underneath that, okay, the 38 CFR. So that alerts the rater, hey, we can't grant 70% because it exceeds the amputation rule. And then it says these disabilities combine to 70%, which exceeds the amputation level of 60%, which means the rater can't grant you the 70%, they have to grant you the 60%. Prescribed for the amputation diagnostic code 5164. Okay, now let's keep going. Slide number two. Oh, real quick, before we move forward, the rating code sheet, look at the percentages for each one of these conditions. The top one, 30%, the second one, 30, the third one, 30. Look to the right of that. What does it state? 38 CFR, 4.68. So if I'm following behind a rater and I do a calculation, I'm like, wait a minute. It shows a combined evaluation for compensation, 60%. And I got 38 CFR 4.68 all over this thing. So I know what the amputation rule is, but I don't know the number by heart. But I know they're talking about the amputation. Let me go look at that 38 CFR real quick. Yep. They're exactly right. No CUE. But if a rater granted 70% and this CFR wasn't in here, and the quality team pulled it for review, and that quality person knew exactly what they were doing, this rater is going to get an error. So this code sheet is correct, all right? Move right along, slide number two. This is another M21 manual reference showing what? A rating code sheet. And it says sample rating code sheet, signature field. Okay, so they're talking about the signature field, the way it's supposed to look. And it says a sample rating decision code sheet with the signature field containing the electronic signature certification statement and user's land ID is shown below. So this is, again, the rating code sheet. Now, what I first, at the top that I have highlighted, it says non-service connected, not subject to compensation. So not only in this code sheet is this supposed to tell you what your service connected for, the percentage and effective date, it also is supposed to tell you what you were basically denied for. You came in and you claimed it and you didn't get service connected. So it says not service connected. Below that, it says any ancillary decisions. Here, the veteran was awarded Chapter 35, so that lets me know either they obtained Chapter 35 through a combined 100% overall schedule evaluation or possibly IU, okay? Now, at the bottom, you can see the signature. So it says VSC J. Smith, RVSR. When I rated, it said VSC D. KIMB. Okay? So anybody that worked at my location, they were like, okay, who is this? It was easy for them to figure out. VSC, Veteran Service Center. Okay? And then it gives the first initial of the rater's name and then I think it's the first 4 letters of the last name. All right? When I first rated, it was, over the years, they changed this signature block a lot. So according to this current M21 manual reference, they went back to this. Now, when you get your VA claims folder, that's going to be redacted. Okay, if it's not redacted, I'd be highly surprised. But a lot of information that we've been reviewing for veterans, when they get their rating code sheet, this is or has been redacted. All right. So the reason why I'm showing this to you is because, one, you need to know what's in a rating code sheet. Secondly, look how powerful it is when you understand the M21 manual reference, what you can find. And like I said earlier, I was looking for, doing research for another video, and I was like, wait a minute, they have this in here. Now, I have some examples of a rating code sheet in my book as well. Also, I did a previous video on a rating code sheet showing you the difference between a rating decision and a rating code sheet. You need this information. You need to know what's in it and you understand it. And again, you see how powerful the M21 manual reference is? I use it like Google. I know how to search. I did a video teaching you how to do searches in the M21 manual reference, okay? So just make sure you go out, you understand this stuff, and use it in your favor. So with that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and don't forget to share this video with your fellow veterans. Thank you.